What's the best tool for my daily life? Is it GPT? Is it Gemini? Is it Claude? Is it Perplexity? There's too many options. I don't know what to do. With AI, we have to take into account not only the personality of the user, but also the personality of the actual AI, right? And the use cases. So whatever works for you might not work for me and like for everyone. I definitely think this video is needed. And by the end of it, what I can promise you is that you'll know what tool to use exactly for your type person and life. I'm Sam from AI for Marketers, and listen, you need to be subscribed to this channel. If you don't subscribe, I'm gonna come see you in a totally different type of way. Because in this beautiful community, we like the people that are subscribed. So yes, let's not waste more time and dive into the comparison of all these general intelligence tools. Okay, the first one, Claude. Your ideas amplified. That's what we see in the landing page there. I think like my way of describing Claude in comparison to all the other like apps out there, they're like the cool kids of school. Everyone hipstery uses Claude and Claude's on net 3.5, but I wouldn't say like the smart people use it. And I would also not say that, you know, for like I don't use it, like I don't use it. Like I've tried it before, of course, because like, you know, that's my job, but also like, you know, I like to play with these tools. But what I didn't like and why I chose GPT over Claude is that they had like a response limit for a free model. In GPT's case, you didn't have to pay for like access to the model. You just had like a lower quality model, but you could just talk to it as much as you wanted. With Claude, they actually put a limit on the amount of like chats that you can have with the free version. So at the time when I made the decision to know which one I needed to use, I just was using those free models, and when, you know, the time came for me to upgrade to the premium one, I just chose GPT because I thought it was like fair, and also like it has a lot of more functionalities that adapt to me. That doesn't mean that Claude doesn't have a lot of cool functionalities, but it's certainly not as extensive as ChatGPT is. But again, all my cool friends, especially the ones that are into AI, use Claude, right? It's got this kind of book aesthetic with the beige and the brown. It's like cool. So if you're the type of person that uses dark mode on every social media, or that, you know, like prefers to read physical books than like a Kindle or a tablet, I would definitely say that Claude is for you. So let's read the landing page. Your ideas amplified. Privacy first AI that helps you create in confidence. Everyone says that, right? All these like tools, they are like privacy first. Maybe Google doesn't even try to say that, but they're like, you know, how are you privacy first if you're like an LLM? If you're connected to the internet, there's no privacy there. So I wouldn't say they protect a lot like your data. Maybe the ones that have like tried to do that the most, in my opinion, is actually OpenAI using Apple's intelligence, right? Maybe like Apple more than OpenAI, because they host the intelligence in the iPhone with iPhone intelligence without actually connecting to the internet. So basically, the iPhone is capable to run the LLM locally, right? In the MacBook and the iPhone, like everything Apple, they can do that. So you don't have to be connected to an external service, and you can keep all your data inside your computer or your phone. But a lot of people advertise privacy like it's their angle, and the actions are not aligned with those values. One cool thing about Claude, though, that I must say, Claude is gonna probably, you know, be integrated with Alexa relatively soon. I don't know how those moves are going, because I know that Amazon also has like their own AI. It's similar to how Microsoft has Microsoft AI, OpenAI, like, you know, integrated. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get like an interface inside Alexa. We can talk to it, and it's actually like, you know, running Claude Sonnet, and it's extremely more, you know, extremely smarter. Imagine all the data and compute power Alexa has to what Claude has access to. Like, you know, it's gonna be like super like 10x better. So I'm eager to see that. But right now, I would say that Claude is like the cool kid, but it's not the smartest one, and I don't think it's the most useful. I definitely think though it's actually like the interface is one of the best ones. They say here you can identify code optimizations and like create a customer insights report. That's actually pretty cool. Can you visualize my sales funnel from awareness to purchases using bar graphs? Again, like it gives you like a beautiful interface. Then a calendar, like all of that you can do with artifacts inside Claude, and you cannot do that with GPT, with Perplexity, with Gemini. You can do it, but it won't give you like that style of design and that like easiness to visualize and use. Meet Claude. Claude is the next generation AI assistant built by Anthropic and trained to be safe, accurate, secure to help you do your best work. Created with Claude, draft and iterate on websites, graphics, documents, and code alongside with your chat with artifacts. They released artifacts. It was like the moment when everyone saw that and said, "Oh fuck!" Like artifacts is the best feature Claude has, because it differentiates for sure Claude from OpenAI's ChatGPT in the sense that artifacts are just much more accessible to play with than ChatGPT's plugins. You can create GPTs inside ChatGPT, of course, and it's similar to how artifacts work. But I just think the artifacts thing is like a better interface. And also in ChatGPT's case, they're just integrating, like now in December 2024, it's like Canvas, projects, a lot of things that artifacts already had figured out before. There's definitely an advantage if you like design, maybe if you like easiness to use, if you don't want to like get too deep into how to use the tool, I would definitely choose Claude. This is something I don't really like. Free plan, I don't think it's like super generous. Like you definitely need the pro plan if you actually want to use it. There's only a pro plan, the team plan, and the enterprise. Like and the team plan is just for if you have a team. But the pro plan like gives you access to everything. If you're a developer, you probably will use like just the APIs and enterprise. But if you're someone that just like likes to use AI for your daily life and your work, just buy a pro plan and see if you like it. And compared to GPT, I must say, like the free plan of GPT is much more generous, and I value that because like you're giving access to more people to this amazing tool. And definitely, like, I don't think Claude is doing that, at least at level GPT is doing. I need to say this, by the way, because like the device you use these tools on matters, right? Like I'd say that the web app of Claude is cool, but certainly I prefer the iOS app over the web app in Claude's case. Or in every case, for example, like Gemini, I don't really like it inside the iPhone, and I prefer, by the way, way better like the iPhone app of ChatGPT. I think it's like an amazing app, and I think it's like beautiful design, but also extremely useful. So you have to obviously take that into account, right? Like what device are you using these tools on, and like where do you spend the most time in? In my case, I would probably say I spend a lot of time in the computer, so I would prefer like the web app. So now let's go to our next contendant, Gemini. I kind of like it. I kind of like the name. I cannot, not like Gemini because I'm a Gemini. But here's the deal, dude. It sucks. It doesn't suck. Like, I'm not being too harsh here, but I feel like I need to be harsh because like Google is just like this amazing, super like big conglomerate that has all the resources, the compute and the talent and the intelligence all together. They should be competing at the level at least of Claude and OpenAI, right? And Perplexity, and they fell behind, dude. They're falling behind. They have a lot of resources for other things. I need to say, like, Gemini could be integrated with Gmail, could be integrated with YouTube, could be integrated with your Android phone, could be integrated with all of the different with Google Maps, and it's not integrated. It's integrated with Google Search, and that's pretty cool, right? Like it's useful, but with levels of access Gemini has to so much data, and they like it's not that they care a lot about privacy or anything. They could be giving us like many tools that would be like just like more useful and that would improve our lives. Notebook LM is actually an amazing tool that also came from Google, but from a different side of Google, like a research lab, and that one lets you just like upload a PDF and you get a podcast, an AI podcast from it. Those are truly the revolutionary products that Google is actually doing, but they're not integrating it on the latest model that is like Gemini, right? The only thing you can do with Gemini that I think is kind of cool is that they give you access to the latest model basically for free. Flash 2 experimental here, lets you play with the best model they have. In OpenAI's case and in Claude's case and Perplexity too, every time they use like, they do an update like every 2 months or 3 months. So you never get to play with the latest model. In Gemini's case, they always, give access to almost everyone to the latest thing they're working on, right? In this case, they always say it's experimental and it has a lot of issues, of course, but like you get to play with the latest technology. So you can ask Gemini here, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? What does Fibonacci mean?
And it gives you, using the experimental Fibonacci sequence, is a famous sequence of numbers where each number is the sum of two preceding ones. It also has implications in computer science, finance, and other fields. Then it gives you sources and related content, right? Like, a Fibonacci sequence in GitHub, in Imagination Station, and Wikipedia, right? But I wouldn't say, it's like super, like, I think it could be like a better design, better answers, like all of the different integrations that could be with each tool that Google has access to. For example, like, Gmail, like, the assistant should ask you like, hey, do you want to do something about Fibonacci? Do you want to implement? Do you like that mental model? Do you want that to be inside your phone? Why are you like, it should have more agency at the one than it has right now, and it doesn't have that. So I wouldn't say, I'm not being like super harsh here, and everyone can make their own decisions, but I wouldn't recommend using Gemini at like the way it is right now. I would definitely, if you're gonna try like using intelligence for your daily life, and if you're considering paying for a subscription, I'd probably go for any of the other three, right? ChatGPT. Now Perplexity, I think it's actually pretty cool. I don't use it that much, I have to be honest there. I prefer GPT, and like I understand why people use it like some better like research tool than anything else. And also the design, right? The design, the aesthetics of the company is actually pretty cool. Like Perplexity, like the name, everything. So I love the style of the company. I would love if they could be like a little bit more open about their use cases, because they are focusing on research right now, and every single smart friend I have, like the smartest people I know, use a lot of Perplexity. Like they love Perplexity for some reason I don't understand yet, and maybe it's because I'm not as smart as them, right? But it's like, hey man, like for like GPT and also Claude, you can have like different use cases, and you can ask like little things, and it will like respond in a small way that is like practical and concise, and has this like understanding of the type of task you need for a moment. But with Perplexity, you ask about anything, for example, like what's the Fibonacci number, and it of course like it's for research, so the thing is gonna give you like a lot of, first of all the sources, and that was, by the way, that was like Perplexity is innovating on that, so I gotta give them credit there, because now everyone does it, right? Every single app gives you sources and images and things, but like compared to what we just did with Google, right? We asked the same thing like with Google, that has like the capabilities of search, and look at this interface. It gives you the images, the sources at first, the answer, the short answer, the Fibonacci sequence, a series of numbers where each number is the sum of two preceding ones, typically starting with 0 and 1. And it gives you like, even story a little bit. The Fibonacci sequence was introduced to Western mathematics by the Italian mathematician Leonardo of Pisa, known as Fibonacci. In his book Liber Abaci, How Does a Fibonacci Sequence Appear in nature, for example, and it's gonna give you all the different examples, not only in the answer, but also, there you go, the images, like for example a sunflower, right? And that's beautiful because you actually see, right? You can see the images there, and it's truly a magical tool. I gotta say too, and by the way, the Fibonacci concept, you guys need to research and see that concept, because like it's a cool, crazy concept. You see it everywhere in nature, and actually in daily life, if you know how to recognize it. That's pretty interesting, all the patterns that we as humans are not capable to see. Is there any animals that exhibit the Fibonacci patterns in their bodies, for example? There you go. Various animals exhibit Fibonacci patterns in the body, showcasing the sequence prevalence in the natural world. There are some notable examples: starfish, dolphins, honeybees, and a lot of other animals, right? I didn't know all that. That's actually pretty cool, dude. Oh, wow. Interesting. Definitely, by the way, I'm not ranking them, but for sure Gemini is at the bottom of it. Claude, I don't use it as much. Perplexity is my second best choice. And this is a personal thing. By the way, Perplexity iPhone app, beautiful, great amount, like, the design, the use cases. I love the iPhone app. My favorite one is ChatGPT, and then Perplexity. Perplexity's design and interface is top of the top. Now let's go to a final one. To be hyper mega honest here, no match grade, right? No match. I gotta be honest there, dude. This is the one I use the most, and not because I'm powerful in AI or anything. Although, hey Sam, the other Sam Altman, if you want to give me some equity in OpenAI, just because you're a good person, brother, and I'm here like not asking for it, but I could be, I like OpenAI a lot. But I need to say, ChatGPT is by far, in my opinion, the best tool for a daily, on a daily basis. Extensive enough where you can like just play with it and do normal stuff. But like for me, it's replaced like Google search is replaced note taking, in the sense of I used to write a lot for me and then analyze it, only me, and now I use GPT to analyze my thoughts, do better decision making. My favorite thing ChatGPT has is the advanced voice mode. The advanced voice mode is like you can just speak to it. It's like basically a person, a really smart person that you can communicate to, ask things to. Just sometimes need to talk and to have different perspective, but like no one has the level of intelligence, or no one I have access to at least has the level of intelligence of GPT 4.0, right? 0.1, like it's just the thing's too smart, and it's not actually a person, dude. It's just a tool, right? But like it communicates to you in a human way, in a very human, deep way, and I appreciate that. I appreciate having that tool. I think ChatGPT is by far the winner in the AI chatbot space. I appreciate the job everyone else is doing. We're adjusting the new features that they released. So for example, ChatGPT 4.0, you can use DALL-E for drawing pictures. You can search to find things on the web, and you can use reason to normal. Just tell GPT, hey, I need you to think about this. And even like Canvas is actually one of my favorite new tools. You can ask it, hey, let's write an article, a short article with a great hook about the Fibonacci number and how it shows up in like a lot of places in nature. And the Canvas here, so I'm gonna actually open Fibonacci nature article. Imagine a world where mathematics is just confined, and you can like literally just write, right? Define, good. And you can edit things. For example, let's say I want it to be shorter, and I want your like vocabulary to sound like you're doing it like you're a French native speaker writing it. So make it sassy, and you see how it changes. Picture this: mathematics. Just use a classroom board, but nature's secret designer. Enter the Fibonacci sequence: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. A chic little pattern that's everywhere. Must be everywhere. Sunflowers, they're seeds from spirals, darling, and you count them. Voila. Fibonacci numbers. Yeah. I don't know how to do French accents, but I really like when ChatGPT writes like with different tones. But you can like literally change here. Let's say that we want now to use DALL-E to image generate. We just ask DALL-E, right? We put there as ask DALL-E. Say, can you give me a image for the article? Like a header. C'est magnifique, by the way, at the end. So next time you see a flower or a pineapple, remember, Fibonacci is quite the genius behind the beauty. C'est magnifique. No? Amazing, right? I just think Canvas is an amazing tool. It's generating here. You can change the composition of how you're viewing the thing. It's giving you the image. Like you don't need to use Midjourney. You can just use it there. There you go. Beautiful. Wow. That's actually a great image. Wow. Okay. And also you can upload whatever you want from Google Drive, from your computer, from connected apps. ChatGPT like has the Explorer option too. You can do also search like what's the Fibonacci number. It's the same search, and you'll see like the new interface, because it also has a new interface like a Perplexity type of interface. It gives you everything: Fibonacci sequence, a series of numbers, blah, 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 and with the a search type thing with the links sources, right? Maybe it's not as pretty as Perplexity in my opinion, but you can see the sources. There you go. More Britannica, Wikipedia, everything. And by the way, the best thing about this is that you have ChatGPT's advanced voice mode. By the way, you can talk, and advanced voice mode is actually pretty interesting because you talk here. Let's see it.
Hey Sam, is everything okay?
How's it going?
How can I help?
Is everything okay? How can I help?
Sure thing.
We're like here. I'm recording a video showing people how to use ChatGPT voice mode and like comparing ChatGPT with every single other software. Let's say.
That's awesome. I'm glad to be part of your comparison. Let me know the street.
Let me know the street.
So
That's awesome.
As you can see here, it's not
That's awesome.
talking. So it's not talking to me. It's like, you know, because of the speakers there and the microphones here, you know, things is speaking to itself. So, you know, but like try it, right? I gave you like access. I learned you here how to use it like in your phone, and it is beautiful, dude. The best. Like, even though I love and use ChatGPT on a daily basis for everything, and I have different plugins, you can see all of our tutorials on how to use GPT, and you can see that GPT is actually, I've never made like a specific tutorial on how to use ChatGPT, but that's because there's like too many use cases, and I just use it for every single tutorial. Like I use it for prompting, I use it for, you know, using the different GPTs, I use it for talking, I use it for search, I use it for everything. So the best tool I think is the advanced voice mode that now has access to your screen, and so you can ask it to basically be your tutor about anything you're doing on a daily basis. So like if I were you and how I'm like viewing things, because it's my channel and because I really like AI and everything around like job, let's say that my companies is about AI, I spend a lot like, you know, trying new tools. So I don't have like, you know, a very like a leap. Of course that there's a limit, but I don't have like a small limit on for trying tools on budget. But if I had to, and this is like now only, I would and pick one for general intelligence, I would honestly just use ChatGPT's subscription, and then I would probably use Perplexity a lot, but I don't know if I would pay for it right now in the month, right? So I hope that brings some clarity on how I use it and how you can use it, because like it depends, right? You don't have to follow how I do it, yet you can just use it and figure out, hey, is this the best tool for me, for you, for everyone, right? Like, you know, everyone has like different personalities, different individual characteristics and intrinsic talents and knowledge that they want to express not only to the world but also now to this new beautiful tool. And so you just have to go figure it out and which one works for you the best, right? I hope this video brings some clarity though. If you want to see another one of these cool tutorials or videos in this channel, you can go here. And if you want to see the playlist with all 4 videos, go there. Remember to comment something, dude, and see you in the next one.